Here's to the trains I missed, the loves I lost, the bridges I burned, the rivers I never crossed. Here's to the call I didn't hear, the signs I didn't heed, the roads I couldn't take, the map that I just wouldn't read. It's a big old world, but I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Here's to the trains I missed. I've been a clown, I've been a fool, and I pushed on every chance. I searched far and wide to try to crawl out of God's hand. But there's stones I didn't throw, and hearts I didn't break, and the little hope I held on to with a silver shining thread of faith. It's a big old world, but I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Here's to the trains I missed. Here's to the place I found, the love I know, the earth and the sky that I call home. And here's to the things I believe, bigger than me, and the moment I find myself right where I'm supposed to be. It's a big old world, but I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Yeah, it's a big old world, and I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Here's to the trains I missed. There's a sorrow in the wind, blowing down the road I've been. I can hear it cry while shadows steal the sun. But I cannot look back now. I've come too far to turn around, and there's still a race ahead that I must run. I'm only halfway home. I got a journey home to where I'll find the things I have lost. I've come a long, long road, still I got miles to go. I've got a wide, wide river to cross. I have strayed, you can trace the tracks I've made all across the memories my heart recalls. But I'm just a refugee. Won't you say a prayer for me? 'Cause sometimes even the strongest soldier falls. I'm only halfway home. I got a journey home to where I'll find the things I have lost. I've come a long, long road. Still I got miles to go. I've got a wide, wide river to cross. I've come a long, long road. Still I got miles to go. I've got a wide, wide river to cross. 20 years for the Depression. Peter Thompson staked his claim in a little mountain town. Kenton was her name. Told everyone that was willing, steady work would be their reward. So they started making paper where the Pigeon River fords. But this ain't just another paper town on a random riverside. She was built with blood, sweat, and tears, and a whole lot of pride. From the mountains and the farmlands, around the smokestack she has grown. This ain't just another paper town, it's the one that I call home. When Wall Street was crashing, the mill kept going strong. While Hitler's war was raging, everyone worked twice as long. There's been mergers and sellouts, layoffs when times got tough. Talks about pollution, then cleaning the river up. This ain't just another paper town somewhere along the tracks. She's seen her share of ups and downs and always bounces back. From the mountains and the farmlands, around the smokestack she has grown. This ain't just another paper town, it's the one that I call home. She put food on the table, cars on the highway, sent kids off to college, bound to do things their own way. Through every generation, her influence is clear. She's taken care of young and old for over 100 years. This ain't just another paper town, it's part of who I am. Molding me as a little boy so I could be a better man. From the mountains and the farmlands, around the smokestack she has grown. This ain't just another paper town, it's the one that I call home. This ain't just another paper town, it's the one that I said that they'd be coming any day. And if you planned on getting out alive, best be on our way. Our tattered gray was torn between if we should run or fight, but our southern pride swelled up inside as we dug in for the night. Then I heard a rider calling, they're coming down the road, and the fiery flash of 20-pounders started to explode. Tried our best to stop them, our efforts were in vain. In the distance you could hear the sound of Dixie's last refrain. They're burning Georgia down, those devils dressed in blue. They took the highest. Here's to the trains I missed, the loves I lost, the bridges I burned, the rivers I never crossed. Here's to the call I didn't hear, the signs I didn't heed, the roads I couldn't take, the map that I just wouldn't read. It's a big old world, but I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Here's to the trains I missed. I've been a clown, I've been a fool, and I pushed on every chance. I searched far and wide to try to crawl out of God's hand. But there's stones I didn't throw, and hearts I didn't break, and the little hope I held on to with a silver shining thread of faith. It's a big old world, but I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Here's to the trains I missed. Here's to the place I found, the love I know, the earth and the sky that I call home. And here's to the things I believe, bigger than me, and the moment I find myself right where I'm supposed to be. It's a big old world, but I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Yeah, it's a big old world, and I found my way from the hell and the hurt that led me straight to this. Here's to the trains I missed.
To Baseball University of the Blue Ridge welcomes you to the American Legion streaming series presented by our Patreon members. We're live from Mills River, North Carolina, on the campus of West Henderson High School for Game 3 of the North Carolina American Legion Area 4 quarterfinals between 8th-seeded Rutherford County post 423 and the top-seeded Asheville post 70 Cardinals.
Game 3, it's been kind of a little bit of a bloodbath the first two games. Both have been 10-run rules. But, you know, baseball's a funny thing. You never know what the narrative is tonight. Area 4 playoffs, are they a bit long? Possibly.
Probably, given that all 4 series are currently 2-0.
But it allows us to see these guys a little bit more. So tonight, Rutherford's sending Jackson Swenson to the mound, and we're excited about that. Jackson's a baseball university guy at Crest High School, a 26 grad. Very whippy, very wiry. I've gotten him 87, 88 across the diamond. We saw a throw on Saturday night that was excellent. It was a BH granting glove work play. But I'll tell you, Swenson has potential on the bump. He's mid-8s. We'll try to get the radar gun out there a little bit today. Wants to be a chiropractor, so probably looking at exercise science. I'm guessing like a 3 or 4 hour range. Very professional kid, definitely a nice kid, good character, gets along well with all those teammates there at Crest. Lineup tonight looks, familiar faces. Leading off is going to be Brandon Pinkerton. He's going to be in center field, wearing number 20. Behind him, Chase Powell. We've said Chase's name a few times. He's at shortstop this evening. He's at Cleveland Community College, going back for sophomore year. Jacob Ellenberg will be DHing. Jacob on the GW development team. Coach Chester. Landon Whitley, 26 grad, will be out in left field again. That's one of Coach Fowler's rising seniors. Good pop in the bat. Brady Swain, another RS guy. Or Swain, East Rutherford. I'd have to go back and look. But Swain out in right field this evening. Jacob White getting a break from behind the plate. He'll be at second base. Blake Ritchie, familiar face from East Henderson, going to be playing at Caldwell next year. We worked with Blake. Eli Roof, East Rutherford, is going to be behind the plate tonight doing the catching. Hunter Huber will be in the 9-hole at third base. And like I said earlier, Swenson at first base. So a lot of uncommitted talent on this roster for Rutherford, mostly from the East Rutherford team. So there's a few 26s, but the main one we want to spotlight tonight, Jackson Swenson, and then again Eli Roof, I believe, is a 26 behind the plate as well. I think everybody else has graduated or already had graduated. Maybe Huber is a 26 as well. Well, sponsors, talk to us a little bit because we got new mics. Not sponsors, our audience in the chat. But I want to thank our sponsors from the regular season. We just dropped some money on our new mics here. We were rocking those $15 mics for a while, but these are an upgrade. I think 80, 90 bucks. But
technical difficulty.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
So what do you need from me?
We just need to go reset all the cameras.
All right. Well, I guess
We'll
I'll let
music.
you speak a little bit on the Patreon and some of our goals tonight while I run around.
We're going to get this beautiful shot of the Blue Ridge Mountains from the Blue Ridge Parkway that I took. Wow, we try to get all these cameras set up. I don't understand why this happens approximately every single game that goes on, but that's the life of the Switcher Studio app. So hopefully the mics are coming in hot and clear. It sounded good from the one time that I tried to check it out. We got forgot what they're called. Let's see here. I want to try to plug this. They're Rythflow, RYTHFLO.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to West Henderson High School and Game 3 of the
let our
first round
PA
of the American
announcer
Legion Playoff Series,
take it
featuring
from
the
here.
visiting Rutherford County American
And
Legion
here are
Post
the
423 and your Asheville Post 70
lineups.
Cardinals. Introducing the starting lineups for Game 3. First of all, for visiting Rutherford County. Batting first in center field, number 20, Brandon Pinkerton. Batting second, the shortstop, number 6, Chase Powell. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 1, Jacob Ellenberg. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 8, Landon Whitley. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 25, Brady Swain. Batting sixth at second base, number 4, Jacob White. Batting seventh at first base, number 13, Blake Ritchie. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 14, Eli Roof. And batting ninth at third base, number 12, Hunter Huber. Pitching tonight for Rutherford County is number 7, Jackson Swinson. And now the starting lineup for your Asheville Post 70 Cardinals. Batting first, a second baseman, number 4, Jordan Brown. Batting second, at second base, number 10, Cole Nelson. Batting third, the catcher, number 12, Evan Connor. Batting fourth at first base, number 20, Caden Davidson. Batting fifth, in right field, number 15, Micah Simpson. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 2, Carson Wallace. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 21, Luke Nesbitt. Batting eighth, at third base, number 7, Eli Shin. And batting ninth, the left fielder, number 11, Jackson Pavone. Pitching tonight for Asheville will be number 18, Deegan Randall. And now, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's opening prayer with Chaplain Rick Burnett.
Let us pray. Gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you now just thanking you for the many blessings that you showered upon us today. We just ask that you be with each person that's here. We thank you for the travel mercies that you gave each one of us. And we just ask for that as our return trip home. We just ask that you keep the players safe. May it be a good game of sportsmanship. And may you be glorified and honored through the game that's played. Thank you again for blessing us. And most of all, thank you for the gift of your Son that you gave for each one of us. In American Legion custom, it's God and His country. Amen.
Now, if the players and coaches will repeat after me, the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship. I will keep the rule. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under in victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you will please stand, remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Play ball. All right. Well, starting pitcher tonight, Deegan Randall, the Anchor grad. Going to be a catamount next year. In the infield, looks a little different tonight. Eli Shin at third base, Carson Wallace at short, Colt Nelson at second, Caden Davidson over at first base, Evan Connor doing the catching. It'll be Jackson Pavone, Jordan Brown, and Micah Simpson across the outfield, left to right. Well, I think all our technical difficulties have been taken care of. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. No sponsors. We're trying to push the Patreon, the crowdfunding method. Currently, we've been doing this since February. We have, I think, 5 members for a total of $45 a month, and we got a goal today. We want to try to get enough membership to bump it up to 200. Trying to find alternative revenue to make these broadcasts run. So again, we also have the super chats enabled. Maybe Hunter can explain that a little bit more.
You got the super chat in your chat now. It's another way that you can support us. We got a goal of 50 super chats tonight, ranging from anywhere from $1 to $100 and more. And it'll pop up in different colors. So if you feel so inclined to help support mountain baseball, these kids out here are doing hard work, and we want to continue to cover them. It'd be great to watch them through the playoffs. They're on a roll right now. So we got a lot of different super chat values that you can click on right here in the chat and support mountain baseball. Leave a message, and we'll read some out tonight.
Yeah, and I guess that's a good alternative for someone that doesn't want to join the Patreon, because again, I know the internet scares people. It scares me. But we're going to try to, there's memberships on there from $1 to $100. Every little bit counts. It's a monthly membership. Again, just trying to fuel the revenue source to create more opportunities for these Western North Carolina boys. Leading off, East Rutherford state champion, Brandon Pinkerton. And we are a go here. So first pitch, a ball by Randall. Randall's been getting that velo up there a good bit. So we'll try to get out there and see if we can get a couple reads. 1-1. Last time we saw him, he did a good job getting ahead early. A lot of 2-strike counts. Had a little trouble finishing off those batters in that first inning, but then got rolling. And much like our Cardinal pitchers, they've been cruising this year. Nice play by Carson Wallace, 6-3. It's our first out of the ball game. Next up, Chase Powell,
Shortstop,
current
6,
Yeti at Cleveland
Chase
Community
Powell.
College. Jacob Ellenberg stepping in the on-deck circle. Ellenberg quietly having a pretty good series. Again, overshadowed by post-70s pure dominance these first 2 games. There's a curve ball from Randall. Gets ahead 0-1. Again, big physical guy. Played for Ryan Smith last year at Inca. Before him was Coach Griffin. Coach Griffin, I believe, last I checked, was an assistant at UNCA. I know coaching changes have happened there. Ooh, close miss there. Again, if you're joining us, we appreciate you. We want you to try to support the growth of opportunities out here in the mountains and West North Carolina in general. Again, our coverage expanded to pretty much everything west of Charlotte this year. We will be back with the high school Scout and Streaming series in the spring. PFP here. Randall quick off the mound, makes a throw, and he's going to get Powell by a step. So 1-3, nice play by the pitcher, Randall. I'll bring Ellenberg up.
The designated hitter, number 1, Jacob Ellenberg.
Again, Anchor baseball struggled a little bit this year. Pretty field. It'll be interesting to see what the MAC looks like this year. Now, is it a 5-6 or what are they
5A,
considering?
6A. So the lower 3 are 5A, upper 3 are 6A. So it's basically just every team's, if you were to traditionally break it down into 4s, it'd be all 3A in our idea now.
Swinging a drive by Ellenberg. Like I said, he's been having a quietly good series, but that ball is going to find the mid of Jackson Pavone. 3 up, 3 down. Lineup for your Asheville Cardinals. Leading off is going to be Jordan Brown, the Anderson commit, playing center field out there. Colton Nelson, batting second, left-handed swinging second baseman today. Evan Connor behind him doing the catching. Caden Davidson the cleanup spot, playing first base. Micah Simpson in the 5-hole playing right field. Carson Wallace behind him in the 6th spot playing short. Luke Nesbitt, the DH, in the 7th spot. Eli Shin batting 8th and playing 3rd, and Jackson Pavone, the left fielder, in the 9-hole. Jackson Swenson on the bump. Again, not a huge prospect, but there's a lot in that body. Still got a young face, a lot of growing ahead, and he is Rutherford County's last hope in trying to extend this series down 2-0. And both games were 5 innings, not even close. Good talent on the team, though. For the most part, good talent on all our Legion teams from what I saw. Wilkes and Burke, your 2 schools that did not make playoffs. So a chance for them to grow their program into next year. But this could be the last night of the season for Post 423. We'll see what Mr. Swenson's got to say about that.
Leading off for Asheville, the center fielder, number 4, Jordan Brown.
Here's the first pitch from Swenson being delivered to Jordan Brown. That'll be a strike right down the chute. In the infield, Huber at 3rd, Powell at short, Jacob White getting a break from behind the plate at 2nd, Blake Ritchie, the East Henderson grad, at first base, Eli Roof doing the catching. Slow roller, that ball is going to trickle foul. Nice job by Huber to let it go. Whitley in left, Pinkerton, Braden Pinkerton in center, and Swain in right. Getting into the middle of the summer now, hot days. Looks like rain ahead in the forecast. East side of the state got pummeled. So that was the hurricane coming in on the coast. See Chapel Hill the other day?
Yeah, a lot of flooding up there. A lot of flooding all around the country recently.
Yep. Jordan Brown swings. That ball hung up there. Dropped the barrel on it, but it's going to hang up enough for Pinkerton to make the first out of
the second baseman, number 10,
the game for
Nelson.
Post 70.
Go. Mountaineer takes ball 1.
Sorry, I'm trying to get my text in here. I thought I was going to do a better job without any ad reads tonight. I'm struggling.
Sends a slammer down the first base line, and Will Lindsay over at first base. Back for game 2 and 3. Absent game 1, does not make a play.
The old valley down there in right field, down the foul pole here at West Henderson, gives this field some character. So 1-1 count here to Nelson.
Take strike 2.
All right, 1-1 count here. Again, Colt heading to wing it next season. On Saturday night, he hit a 2-run homer to start the scoring in game 1. Went 1 for 4 in that game, but that big swing cracked it open, and Cardinals did not look back. Full count. Again, Swenson, part of a talented Crest Chargers team that won the Big South. They were young, too. They lost their senior starter. That was a hard line drive in the right center. Pinkerton's able to cut it off and keep it a single. But Parker Ramsey, the senior, went down early in that season, this 25 season, and a lot of Coach
The
McFarland's
catcher,
players
number
picked up the
12,
slack.
Evan Connor.
Wyatt McSwain ended up being 3A Pitcher of the Year. Landry Olmstead made All-State. Eli Black, Caleb Costner, Jackson Swenson, Brock Melton, a lot of good contributors. Jeremiah Lowe. Swenson going to be a big part of that team this year, hoping to repeat their conference championship, having almost everybody back. Losing a couple of key seniors, but a lot of good young ball players coming up for Crest out of Cleveland County. I think the Big South is pretty much looking the same in their realignment, except they're dropping Stuart Kramer. This is up. Say Evan Connor, not one to chase. Good eye. On base machine. Ooh. And this more in or up there. So that did not look like a bad spot. The 3-0. You've been handling the series, right? 2 10-run slaughter rules. Do you give them green light here just because the team's hot? Nope. 3-1. Evan Connor playing for the Gaston Rhinos next year. Wonder how Gaston landed on that name.
Worth a Google.
Not
or
in
Grok.
Rhinoceros is not indigenous to the Piedmont area, the foothills. So a single and a walk makes it first and second.
First
So
baseman,
first
number 20.
opportunity with runners in scoring position tonight. Again, if you're in the chat, let us know how these new mics are working. Again, we thank our sponsors and our patrons for helping provide the revenue for us to make some updates. Again, we encourage everybody to check out our Patreon. Think about joining a membership. $1, $5, $10 up. Help us build a good thing out here in Western North Carolina. Ball low. Looks like Asheville broke out the uniforms from years back. So I got the polyester grip here. So he was asking Coach Decker pregame about the playoff history here. I think second round exit last year for the Cardinals. The furthest that Coach remembers is third round. So what'd you find there?
The Rhinos were a product of focus groups. What a way to pick a mascot.
And speaking of Rhinos, here's another one.
Rhino not a strike.
Caden. Caden going to be joining Evan next year at Gaston. So Swenson finds himself in a little trouble here after getting the first out of this inning. A hard single and a walk. Falls behind a very good Caden Davidson, batting 2-1. One of the best right-handed hitters in the state in that graduating 25 class. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Chased a low fastball. So 2-2 count. Nice job by Swenson to even it up. So 2-2 count. If you're Swenson here, I wonder if you challenge him with a good fastball again. Just stay down the zone. Like, it's okay to pitch the contact here. Goes to a floater.
Saved your life.
That's a curved ball that's fouled off into the net.
Works him full.
Good AB here. Nice job by Swenson, too, not giving in to the very dangerous Davidson. Full count delivery. Oh, gets him on the curveball. So switching speeds gets Davidson swinging. So nice job by Swenson.
Right fielder, number 15, Micah
That'll
Simpson.
bring up Micah Simpson. Talked to Mike before the game. Still working through his options for a college decision. Been on the phone all week. A lot of very interesting schools. So any competitive programs out there, last call Micah. Little fake and go there by Nelson at second base.
Let us know how we're doing on audio, folks. These brand new mics.
Yeah, do we sound different? What do you
Definitely
think?
have some noise cancellation, I believe. Probably less wind.
2-0, so falls behind again.
A lot of features on these mics, a lot of features on these cameras, a lot of features that you don't get anywhere else, and a lot of sports and or areas getting live Legion baseball for free.
So 3-0 count here. So Swenson falls behind. Davidson was able to work back. Let's see if he can do the same versus Simpson. Takes high, ball 4. So bases loaded here early on. It's going to bring up Carson Wallace. So a single and 2 walks here.
Shortstop, number 2, Carson Wallace.
The pitching coach comes out for post 423.
What do you think he's telling him?
I think he's telling them just settle down, throw strikes. We got 2 outs right here. Let's get this over. You got to force it every base. Just get out of it right here. Let him hit it.
Wallace, good athlete, hit a home run on Saturday. Was our Poppy's popcorn player of the game, the last one of the year. Now, the thing about Wallace, if you look at the stats, doesn't strike out a lot, doesn't walk a lot. Sometimes you can get him to chase early in a count. If you're Swenson, I think you come out and you go hard sliders, good location on your fastball, and try to see if he'll help you out a little bit here. But if you miss, could be trouble. Could be extra bases, multiple runs. Patreon.com/BBU University WNC. So again, we want to encourage folks to join our Patreon tonight. Trying to see if we can get our membership up to $200 a month. So again, we have a couple $5 patrons and a $20 patron. We're $45 a month right now. Again, a $1 option, $5, $10, $20, $50, and $100. Trying to do some perks for each one, but most importantly, trying to find a different revenue source to keep building opportunities for our ball players out here. Swing and a pop fly. It's going to be a little trouble here. Shortstop out, left fielder in, and that's Whitley to make the catch. End of 1.
Asheville in the bottom of the first inning.
No score.
1 hit and 3 left on base.
All right.
We'll stay connected to Baseball University of Blue Ridge across all our platforms. Right now, guys, you're watching on the YouTube, so please like and subscribe. YouTube.com/@BBUniversityWNC. Go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, that thumbs up like. That'd be much appreciated.
Throw in a super chat if you want to talk some smack or
yeah,
do it.
Super chat, and we'll read it out and It's a cool new feature that we finally turned on. We got.
Well, no, you have to qualify for it. So we thank you to our subscribers. We're over 700 now. You have to hit a certain number, and then you can turn on the super chat. So again, we're learning about different monetization ways. Again, we love our sponsors. We're still looking for some playoff sponsors as well. So we're starting to look forward to our second round. Didn't find one for round one. Thought we had one, but didn't. It's okay. We're going to try to support the heck out of American Legion Baseball as long as we can, but it's a busy week too. College recruiting picking up in the 26s. I was on the phone all week. So if we're going to spend time on our coverage here, we're going to need some support. Hunter's going to tell you how.
Well, like us on Facebook as well, Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. I know Ryan's been throwing up some posts on some social media accounts, so go share this link on your Facebook to all your friends. I know I've got like 1,000-something friends on Facebook, so please go share this link. Get out to as many people as possible. Get a lot of eyes on these boys. They've been working hard all summer, and they're doing great. They're playing great. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram at BB University WNC. Ryan does a great job running his X. He's got over 5,000 followers on it. It's a great way to connect with college coaches and learn what baseball in the mountains is really like. I've been a product of mountain baseball for about 25 years, but I think Ryan's about beating me at the knowledge of it. He's been around here for how long?
We moved down here in 2014.
So you've got about 10 years in, 11 years in, and you've got 5,000 followers. You're showcasing it. You know all these boys back of their hands.
Well, yeah, didn't start. So. I guess we officially started Baseball University in 2020.
And check out the website as well, baseballu.org. That's got all the testimonials. It's got a list of all the commitments.
Leading off,
we'll feature one commitment later on today.
Yep. Had a senior just make his commitment. Hopped in late with us, so we'll talk about him. I want to go walk behind and get some radar on Deegan.
Willie up for 423. Restart the top of the second inning. Swings through for strike one. This is where Ryan definitely excels in our area, knowing these guys, knowing how they are throughout the year, where they're playing, what positions. It's hard to keep up with a lot of this stuff, and Ryan does a great job of it. Ground ball short, grabs guns, throws. Oh, he gets by Davidson there.
What we got there? E6. Oh. All right, so 0-2 count, E6. So the leadoff runner on Whitley. 89 on the fastball, so he's cooking it in there pretty good. Looks pretty healthy tonight. Swain up now.
Coach Hall from Easley wishing us good luck to Asheville Post 70. Appreciate you, Coach Hall.
Brady Swain. See one of the pitchers the other night? Maybe not. So they went through a good number of arms on Saturday. I believe Aiden Sumner got the start for Post 70 yesterday. Yeah, it was a 5-inning game.
Was that final 14-1?
I'm not quite sure.
I think so.
All right. Phone's busy today. I've been on it all day, so now it's like you leave a million messages. Got to talk to Coach and Peltier up at Waynesburg. We got Weston Winchester and Brody McMillan heading that way. Nice pick here by Deegan, almost. Gets Whitley dancing over at first base.
In the 4 games so far this year, Asheville Post 70 has outscored Rutherford County Post 423 53-3.
Oof, 53
or
to
53-8, excuse me.
Okay.
8.
Still, that's a run differential of what, 45?
Look good, Dak.
Average of 11.25 runs a game.
Yeah, made a couple calls today. Talked to Coach O'Neill down at Presbyterian. Learn, just really learning more about the whole opt-in, opt-out. Presbyterian opted out, so they get to take as many players as they want. Evan Connor, nice little snap tag there by Colton Nelson, but Whitley had a good jump.
So how does that work? Explain that to me.
So if you opt in to the revenue sharing, that means that your roster has to be limited to 34 spots, but you can also fund up to 34 scholarships. Still a little confused on how that works in the fall, if they're cutting players, redshirting. For opting out, you can, right now I'm being told you can take as many players as you want. Presbyterian was saying they're probably going to go with about 40. Nice backside piece of hitting there by Swain. That's going to be down the right field corner. That is going to give Rutherford the lead, possibly their first lead against Asheville this year. So RBI double by Brady Swain. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just stayed behind it, pushed it down that right
Second
field
baseman,
line.
number 4, Jacob White.
So Whitley reaching on the air, steals second, puts himself in scoring position, able to score easily. White up now. Jacob, an RS Central grad in 24.
So then Presbyterian will not be receiving any of the NCAA revenue.
No,
but
they can stay at 11.7 scholarships. Just because you opt in doesn't mean you're going to get 34.
Well, that's athletic scholarships, right?
Yes.
And they can fund up to as many players on the roster as they want.
34 scholarships, but it doesn't, just because you opt in doesn't mean that you're going to fund that many. It gives you the ability to go over 11.7. So you could do 20, and every school has a plan. Again, the revenue sharing essentially makes some of these athletes, employees of the school. Many of the D1s I've talked to in the last couple of weeks are really taking their time. There's no rush. They don't feel any pressure to offer these 26s yet. Back pick, that ball's going to shoot out in center field, but no advancement from Swain.
So if you're a prospective athlete of Presbyterian College in baseball, any sport, whatever, since they're opting out, I'd assume that's across all athletics or just the baseball
I think
side?
I think it's all athletics.
So you can attend that school on a athletic scholarship under the traditional traditional numbers, 11.7 in baseball. It's like 85 in football, I believe. So we got foul ball to the backstop.
85 scholarships in football?
Division I. 105 roster limit before this whole mess. But going back to baseball, if you aren't in the 11.7, you can still attend on academic, and there's no roster limit. Interesting. Right. Interesting.
Yeah, and again,
that's interesting for those private schools like Presbyterian, Vanderbilt, who I don't know if Vandy's opting in or not.
Again, they're trying to figure out how to be. I mean, Vandy probably will, just because there's already so much revenue being made.
Yeah. But those private schools like that are interesting because traditionally you'd see schools like Presbyterian and Vanderbilt who are athletic, academic, private schools where more than 75% of your student base are athletes.
There's strike three looking. So got ahead. I mean, Randall's doing a good job getting ahead of these batters. Again, unearned run
First baseman,
in here in the second.
13, Blake Ritchie.
Here's a familiar face. Again, East Henderson grad this year. Blake Ritchie, strong swinging left-handed first baseman. Played for Post 70 last year. Post 70 had to make some really difficult decisions. Had a turnout in their tryout with more talent than I've ever seen. They had to cut, I think, 11 players that were committed to college or in college. And a few of them went down and played for Post 423, Blake being one of them. Ethan Milner was on this roster as well for a while, but I think he strained something. So he's not on the active roster. Same with Cam Cobb, broke his thumb. Cam in that 26 group out of Gaston Christian.
Interesting. I'm looking at Vanderbilt. They plan to fully opt in, and Story Lee tells SI that whatever the cap is, they will meet that amount. And right now it's $20.5 million. That's crazy. That's
a lot of money.
That's beyond.
A lot of things are crazy right now. Well, looking at this playoff system here for American Legion, Who was our winner last year? Like in
Area
just
4?
the whole
The
American
state.
Legion. Like who won the World Series? Like I want to know where the competition's coming from if these boys make it that far. 0-2 delivery here to Richie. Randall fires that ball off the fist. Let's see if that lands fair or foul. That ball is in the foul territory. So we'll do our 0-2 count again.
Let's see if handy dandy Wikipedia helps us out here.
Troy, Alabama, also a post 70.
Twice.
2023 is Texas, post 554, League City. Troy again in 22. Idaho Falls in 21. 2020 canceled because of Corona. Idaho Falls in 2019. Wilmington, Delaware, post 1 in 2018. Blake Ritchie,
Kinda all over
good
the
AB
place.
here. I'm seeing his fourth 0-2 pitch coming up. New Jersey, back in 2013, 2014. Henderson, Nevada in 2017.
It's interesting. There hasn't been a North Carolina winner since 1945.
Shoo, Shelby 82. Ball up there. 1-2 count.
That's an interesting time that they actually still played that during World War II. There was no gap there, which I guess, the kids probably aren't old enough to get drafted, maybe.
Well, 18-19. One-two count coming. This is a great at bat by Richie here. He's seen, I think this might be his 9th pitch he's about to see. Randall laboring against Richie here. So they may have faced off at some point in the regular season, not in the same conference, but all those Mountain 7 teams will play those MAC teams. So how about Rutherford right now taking an early lead? Let's go ahead and update that in the old, so is it post 423? Takes a 1-0 lead over post 70 on. Here we go. 1-2 count again. See if Randall maybe goes to a changeup here. Goes to the high heat. Fouled off again. So no matter the outcome, this is an important at bat, forcing the pitch count up on Randall. So good work by Richie. Another foul ball. This has got to be some sort of American Legion first round record. Again, Blake worked hard in his process. Came on late, wasn't really on the scene until junior year. Made the post 70 team last year. He's a good contributor. Had a playoff grand slam on 423 this season. This is high here, and these are the kind of ABs Coach Deaton's hoping to get from at Caldwell next year. So the 45th pitch of the AB.
Should have counted.
Another backside foul.
Saw about 3 boxes of baseballs on the dugout while we were setting cameras up earlier. I think we've gone through all those.
Someone's got to chase them down. We got a couple youngsters here. Another big crowd out here.
Great crowd for a Monday night.
Maybe a tad smaller than Saturday's crowd.
I got 2-2.
Yep, 2-2
Don't
count.
you ask me, guys.
So 2-2 delivery coming up again. He's shown just about every tool in the toolbox to Richie here. Goes to the curveball, buries it back. Back foot slider. Excellent pitch. Had to be well executed to make that happen.
The catcher,
Good
number 14,
AB.
Eli Roof.
Let's bring Eli Roof up. Raise the roof, Eli. Doing the catching today, giving Jacob White a break. Jacob caught game 1, maybe game 2. Again, we're not there last night. Got a lot of weed whacking done yesterday. That was the story of Sunday. Was I weed whacked just about every inch of my yard that needed it. Finally got my yard.
Well, you weren't out there at about 8 o'clock or so when I drove by. No one was.
No, it was midday. 8 o'clock last night. What were we doing?
I think it was about 8 o'clock. I drove by and
DoorDashing?
dropped off an order, drove by again, slowed down. I was going to honk my horn if anyone was outside.
Oh, yeah, that would have been great. Make all my dogs go ape.
But no one was outside. I was like, that's a first.
Yeah. So usually we were up early this morning. Had to water everything. Let's see. Eli with a 1-2 count now. Again, Rutherford County with the lead right now. Hunter gave you the run differential earlier.
53-8.
So this is a rare lead.
Now
we'll see if they can hold
53-9.
it. Pounds one into the ground. Holt Nelson comes up, tosses it over, and gets roofed by half a step.
Rutherford in the top of the second.
4-3, finishes the second. Heading into the bottom of the second, it'll be Luke Nesbitt, Eli Shin, and Jackson Pavone before we head to the top. Again, if you're tuning in today, we have a goal. We want to try to make some revenue to try to fuel the playoff coverage here. Need some sponsors, but we've also been trying to draw attention to the Patreon since February when we were doing the WNC Scout Streaming Series. If you're a parent, a player, a coach, high school or college, or just a fan, hop on to patreon.com/BB University WNC. And go ahead and just join the $1 membership. If you want to do some more, 5, 10, 20, there's some perks. Join the Western North Carolina Collective. Get early access to our films and highlights and just other content that we're making. We're making some vinyl stickers. So just trying to make it interesting, but more importantly, just trying to build this a different way. We did the math the other day. We went down to the Whirlwood Bat. Each team has to pay about $4,500 to enter. There's over 400 teams. I want to say it was $1.8 million they made in revenue. That's not counting the parking. That's $12. The $15 to get in, even the coaches had to pay. Selling Hit Dingers T-shirts, funnel cakes, 6 nights of hotels. I mean, yeah, it's America. You know, I'm in the business. I like the idea of running a business, but there's just a point where you don't want to see America's pastime disintegrate and lose its quality because
Not a rich sport.
Yeah, everybody's got to make a buck, and we don't want to.
We already are one of the more expensive sports.
I would say baseball is really boxing out those that can't afford it anymore. And I think Legion,
$500 bats, $500 gloves. You're not cool if you don't have it. It's like
supporting Little League, high school, middle school, Legion, trying to bring player development opportunities, college recruiting opportunities back into the into the neighborhoods without spending 10 G's a year. So again. We run prospect filmings, we do recruiting advising at a very affordable price, but the dream is through sponsorships and crowdfunding to potentially do everything for our West North Carolina players for free one day. But again, we need people to get behind it, believe in what we're doing. If everybody chips in, it can be a lot. So again, if you don't want to join the Patreon, we encourage you to do a one-time super chat. Again, $1, $5, whatever you want. Throw it in the super chat or hop on the Patreon and find an appropriate membership level for you. Here's Luke Nesbitt. They ran out of pants that fit, and it's okay because since he started wearing these, his walks have gone up 70%. intimidating the opposing pitchers with the lumberjack definition. This kid is a beast. What do you think? 225? So he's been pitching a lot more this past season for Reynolds and for Legion, graduating and going to Cleveland next year. Probably get the opportunity to two-way. Always a delight in the post-game interviews. Been playing for Legion for 3 seasons now for the senior Legion team. Still eligible for next year, I believe, as long as he's 19. Might be aged out. So Coach Sneathen's got himself a lead here, so pacing up and down the dugout, knows it's do or die time. He's got a good arm on the bump in Jackson Swenson, but Swenson has been seeing the pitch count climb a little bit. Gave up 2 walks and a hit in the first. Got bases loaded, was able to get out of the jam. 3-2 here. So 3-2 delivery. Swing and a miss. Jackson Swenson picks up his second K.
The third baseman, number 7, Eli Shin.
This is a man's world.
There's a swing and a drive by Shin, but Pinkerton has a beat on it early and makes the catch.
The left fielder, number 11, Jackson Pavone.
Here's Jackson Pavone. We saw him pitch the other night. Closed out Saturday's game with 2 clean innings. Jackson been trying to get his bat going a little bit. He's the type of guy that even when he's not swinging at his best, he can make a lot of things happen like he tried to do there. And this is going to be an interesting call because bunts, gets out the box. If it hits him while he's out the box in fair territory, he's out. If it's foul territory, it's at the umpire's discretion, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the call is here. Good job by the umpires come together here, just trying to make sure they got their angles right.
I'll watch your replay real quick.
Oop. Yeah, Hunter says out.
And out, that's the best view you're going to get from it.
Yeah. Let's watch it one more time. Yeah, he's in fair territory when it hits him. Yeah, I think he's outside the box there.
Yep. And they got it right.
So is that what's that in the box as?
Good question.
We're just gonna say I put out 2 here. Yeah, clean inning for Jackson Swenson there. Excellent work for the young man. Much cleaner inning than the first. Collects 2 Ks, still no runs. How you doing, Mr. Albright? I was talking to your former coach, Mr. Impeltier, this morning.
Oh, boy.
And then I've been texting with your current coach.
Want to help support Baseball University of the Blue Ridge? Visit our Patreon, patreon.com/BBUniversityWNC. I know we've been talking about a lot today, but we want to mention how the more financial support Baseball University of the Blue Ridge can earn, the more coverage of Western North Carolina baseball we can bring you. That includes the College Tour Series, the High School Scout and Streaming Series, American Legion Streaming Series, weekly media content, highlight films, playoff projections, and more. Choose which tier is right for you at BB University or patreon.com/BBUniversityWNC. Hopefully going to try to get that up on the screen for you with a screen sharing tonight. Show you how it works. It's very simple. Just get on there, log in, create an account. You can sign in with your Google, Apple, whatever account you like to sign in with your email, phone number. And got $1 tier, got $5 tier, and all the way up to $50 tier. We appreciate it, guys. Trying to get up to $200 a month on average so we can help support mountain baseball, support these guys at Asheville Plus 70, support the High School Scout and Streaming Series. So we'll get back into it here. Double tap for mute.
Double tap. What am I double tapping?
The button.
The yellow one?
Yeah, the top one. Look, I'll show you.
I mean, these mics look cooler than the ones we had.
So watch.
So
This little last light right here.
Yeah.
Go bang, bang. And
it's like a cough button or
double tap for mute so you can talk and I can talk.
Interesting. All right. Anybody make any comments in that chat yet tonight? I was hoping to hear some feedback on the mics. See how.
Someone drop a feedback on our new mics, brought to you by Rice Flow.
Probably some foreign company, ain't gonna lie.
Shenzhen, China. Good job.
So
Not made in America.
Excuse me, Deegan Randall out for his third inning. He's gone 2, giving up the 1 run is unearned. However, that's how our score stands right now. Top 3 is his Huber, number 9 hitter. So he's gonna go 3-2 count. All right, there's strike 3 looking. Okay. All right, back to the top here. So Pinkerton grounded out to Wallace at short in the first inning. That is 3 Ks collected by Randall. The only hit he's given up is the double to Swain that scored Whitley. Whitley reached on the E6. Pinkerton, part of that 2A state championship team, coached by Drew Reynolds. It's got to be interesting for Coach Reynolds when Cherryville plays Rutherford, playing against your guys. Seen a little bit of that crossover. Coach Mateel is on Cherryville as well. He's an East Lincoln guy.
Seen a lot of that in summer leagues because.
Here's another chance for Wallace. Picks it on the backhand, throws it across. 6-3 twice for Pinkerton tonight.
You see a lot of that in summer leagues because you can't coach your D1, D2, D3 guys according to NCAA rules.
6,
so
Chase
those kids got to go somewhere else if they're in-season coaches or coaching the summer league team, make a few extra bucks.
Powell grounded out to the pitcher. So 2 quick outs here, K and a ground out. It's a pitcher's duel, Swenson versus Randall. They want to get out and get some velo on Swenson. Slow roller. Nelson picks it up, 4-3, 1-2-3 inning. Heading into the bottom of the third. It'll be the top of the lineup. Jordan Brown, Colt 45, Nelson, and Evan Connor. So made a good, a little bit of good news for you. I had a commitment this week. I've been done with my 25s for a while, but Zach Carson from Freedom High School reached out at the very end of the high school season, looking for some help. Very lost in the process, as most players are. Worked real hard, got a couple offers in front of him, and decided on Johnson and Wales. Good academic and financial aid package. Going to be playing for Coach Cunningham at the Upstart program, playing D3 baseball. Zach going to study health sciences, I believe. So Johnson and Wales has made the reputation in the past for like culinary arts, restaurant services, but Johnson Wales in Charlotte actually has a multitude of degrees. Worth checking into. Again, big fan of D3 baseball, especially if the grades are there and you know exactly what you want to study. So congratulations to Coach Carson. It's one of Coach Hackett's guys at Freedom. Freedom going to have a good team coming back in 26. Some good arms. Caden Michaels, Luke Miller, Alex Wall. So keep an eye on Freedom. And all those underclassmen were very happy for Zach. Saw them commenting on his commitment post the other day. So again, hoping to work with a lot of y'all. We're going to be at Caldwell August 16th for our next prospect filming. If you want to play college baseball, we're going to work hard to make that happen for you. As long as you are, we'll bring you to the water. You got to drink it. So Jordan Brown took advantage of our broadcast this year. Was a USC Aiken commit, but new coaching change, so decommitted. Anderson coaches were able to check in through the broadcast, and Jordan Brown going to go play for Anderson here in 2026, heading there in the fall of 25. So again, good things happening because of the broadcast, so please support it so it keeps happening. Patreon.com/BB University WNC. Join the Patreon. Come on, you know you want to. Jordan Brown up for a second time, flew out center field. Jackson Swenson has been dialed in the second inning after skirting around some base runners in the first. He's got the lead here in the bottom of the third. I'm going to wander out there and get some fastball readings.
And JoJo's going to see the bat on the shoulder here, so expect a fastball down the pipe. And just like that, it happened. 3-1. JoJo fouls it into his left shin. That's got to hurt. Full count to the post 70 leadoff batter. Folks at the second. For White guns it to his first baseman.
The second baseman, number 10, Colt Nelson.
I can't read this Ryan's handwriting.
Go.
Little Nelson up now for post 70. Grounds over to this, hustling down the line. They will not beat it out. That'll be a...
The catcher, number 12, Evan Connor.
Out, second out. Evan Connor comes up. Teammate.
All right. What I miss here? Grounder to second, and then a 3-1.
Mm-hmm.
So Swenson still dialed in here. How about him? Fastball 79-82. And he's mixing it pretty good. He takes a lot off that curveball and he spins it pretty good too. What do you think? Oh, nice pick over there by Huber. Throws across and he gets Connor by half a step. The 5-3, another 1-2-3 inning.
That's some glove work right there, that's for sure.
Seven.
No sponsorship tonight, but that's a you want to mention the glove work.
That's just good glove work. 7 in a row retired by Swenson. I'm going to go ahead and, if you want to do the Patreon or Camwood, I'm going to update my Twitter post here.
I want to appreciate Camwood for being a longtime supporter and sponsor of Baseball University. We're using this coupon code, getting some revenue coming in. So I want to appreciate Camwood Bats. They're located in Haywood County, but they serve baseball and softball players across the nation. Game bats, trainers, tees, tutorials, and more are all available for purchase at camwoodbats.com. And as part of our partnership with them, make sure to use the coupon code on your screen. It is BBUWNC for that 10% discount on all purchases. Go get your team bats. Go get yourself a bat. Go get yourself a trophy bat. Maybe you do what my dad did and get a trophy bat made for his high school baseball coach who surpassed, I guess it was 800 wins at that point, was 2-time state champion. Now he's got to go get it re-ingrained for another one down in Georgia. So they did those too. They made our not championship, our play of the game bats, trophy bats. Don't hit them, they'll explode.
Yep.
They dabbled in torpedo bats for all the 3 days it was hip back at the beginning of the year. Thank you, Yankees.
Did they end up?
I
thought they ended up just saying no more.
I don't know, but I know Cameron's doing a great job, and I want to try to get us a BB University bat.
I got a couple from the past couple years that Mitchell's done up.
High School Scout and Streaming Series.
Again, one of the things you can start supporting by joining the Patreon or doing the Super Chat is our efforts to build the Junior Legion program next year. Baseball University is going to have a big role in that. We are trying to find the top 27 and 28 grads in our area to join. Heck, if they're good enough, they'll make the senior Legion team. But we want to get our junior Legion team to the same quality as our senior Legion team, and then try to run a lot of recruiting opportunities out of the Legion next year. So again, I guess this is our open competition to the showcase realm. Trying to line up some good coaches for you, and I think the work that Post 70 Senior Legion has done this year has really opened the door in the mountains out here to use Legion as a recruiting tool and save our families some money. I mean, the one thing I will say the families have commented on the most this summer, the parents of the players, is just how much more manageable the schedule is. They're on the bus. The parents don't necessarily have to attend every game.
No, we're broadcasting.
It's not like 6 nights of hotels. Again, you have a showcase baseball is not doing a broadcast for you. They might have Game Changer and things like that, but they don't have the knowledge of the players like we do. Here's Ellenberg, hit the ball really hard to left field to end the first inning. And like we said, he's been having a pretty good series, picking up hits in both the first 2 games. Ellenberg was a RS Central grad, played for Coach Fowler. Randall out there for his 4th inning of work. Collected 3 Ks, giving up only the 1 hit, 1 run, unearned. This is high here. We'll go out and get some more radar on him after this batter is up to 89. Well, we took some shots in the first inning. Fouls one back to the bricks. Say shout out to Jackie Korn. We've been seeing him out here later than we are. Usually we're the last ones to leave, and Jackie's still out on them.
Cutting grass Saturday after the game.
He's on the drag, taking care of this field and making things work. Nice pick by Evan Connor. Throws down to Caden Davidson. Records the put out on the K. Landon Whitley coming up. Landon scored the only run of this game so far. Reached on an error. The shortstop stole second. Came in on the double by Swain.
Number 8, Landon Whitley.
And Whitley, RS Central, 26 grad, outfielder. It's been steady left field all season here for Post 423. Usually in that 3, 4, 5 spot somewhere. Swings a pretty good bat. One of Coach Fowler's top bats returning for RS Central. Interested in exercise science. Good JUCO route guy. Got to get his speed up a little bit, even though he plays a really good defense. And he stole a base, but he's just got to get his burst speed up a little bit. Plays better in the game than he'll probably show on the 60. Hot fly. Wallace retreats. Brown coming in. And it's going to be Wallace. Now bring Swain up. Nobody on. Swain had the RBI double down the right field line just past the outstretched glove of Caden Davidson in the second inning.
Right fielder number 25, Brady Swain.
Shout out to the Legion Baseball concession stand hooking us up all year. Got the hydration. Burgers and dogs tonight. A lot of chili. Chili is usually the options. Again, decent crowd out here tonight. Lawn chairs on the hill. Your dad out here?
He didn't want to come.
He came out the other night? I bet you he starts coming if we get deep in the playoffs. He'll come out for good baseball.
He's probably watching it right now. Because the Braves ain't worth the crap to watch. Might as well watch
Man,
this.
my Orioles swept your Braves.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't understand the direction of the Orioles right now. They have 6, 7 catchers. Everybody's getting
3 in a
hurt.
row. That's the direction.
But they will not call up top prospect Samuel Basalo. I hate that.
It was cool.
That's the beauty. That was the beauty of baseball back in the day. Is like you came up when you were ready, and now it's so economical. They want to keep you in the minors to control your clock.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3, swinging. So that's 5 Ks
For
for
Rutherford in the
Randall.
top of the fourth, it's 3 up and 3 down.
Coming up in the bottom of the fourth, it's going to be Caden Davidson, Micah Simpson, and Carson Wallace. Yep. All right, so head on over. If you're a 26 grad and we're not working together yet, you got to give me a phone call. Head on over to plansports.com. That's where you can register for our next prospect filming. Again, it's going to be hosted August 16th by Caldwell Baseball. It's Coach Deaton, Coach Penny. Possibly going to be moving it over to Forest City. Forest City is where the Owls play. Coach Deaton working on some renovations over at Caldwell. So we'll see. Either way, it's going to be a good event. Going to cap it at 25 players, pitchers in the morning, position in the afternoon. Really good films. Like, I don't know how to say it any simpler, but you want to be seen, and the coaches ain't seen you yet. We need good film. And our films are going to get the point across, add the good metrics, the good scouting reports, the fact that we've probably seen you play a few times, and just try to point you in the right direction. So if you want to sign up, give us a holler or head on over to playinsports.com and sign up for August 16th. Push back on. Got Anthony Payne. You hear it all game. Every game we talk about Nova pitching performance. He still got his logo. Go ahead and throw it up on the corner. But Anthony's been doing really good work with the first name that really comes to mind is Carter. He's up at Western, true sophomore this year. Never really pitched in high school. Senior year, starts throwing 86, 87, lots of spin. 93, 94?
Yeah, he was touching 94 down at Sanford. He was 94 down at Sanford at the end of the season.
Now, then Brady Ray. Brady was a high sevens guy, and then comes out state games last summer, touching 90. He's going to be at Cleveland. And then currently working with a few of our guys, Peyton Maben, Mason Harrell. The other young man from North Henderson, what's the young man's name? Blake. So I'm excited for that one because that's your true test of, like, this ain't a kid who's on the radar. This is a kid who's a body.
Yeah.
And let's see what we can make him.
Yeah, he wants to, that's his goal. He wants to pitch that's his goal. He wants to pitch in college. So we're going to work, and he's in the gym. I had him in the gym the other day, so doing some biomechanics work. So we're going to go to work, see if we can get him where he wants to be.
I think the big thing too with you kids is like learning routines, and you don't necessarily have to go in and work with Coach Payne every time. It is a lot of remote work, and I think he's going to try to teach you the routines to be successful. Kind of like what I do. I'll give you all the information, tell you what you need to do, but you still have to be the one to follow through. And if you do, the results are there. I told, I think he's still here. Where is he? Mason Detterman was hanging out earlier. He's a 28 at West Henderson. I was just talking to him before the game and trying to promote him to try out for Junior Legion and whatnot. But I said, honestly, kid, you're 28. If you had $1,000 to spend, don't spend it on me or any showcase recruiting stuff. Like, go do player development. I would say that's probably the case up until you're a rising senior right now, just with how everything's so year to year. Even the D1s right now are still kind of figuring out their roster for next year. They're not they like the 26s, but they're not stressed. They're like, we'll get to you whenever.
The right fielder, number 15, Micah Simpson.
One kid that's heading to Western next year I was excited to see is Bryce Davidson, North Henderson grad. He
met him a couple weeks ago. He was working out in North Henderson when Blake Taylor and I were working, and I met him down there. He's a impressive kid. Yeah.
I think y'all are in the same wavelength. He's a worker. Like, he just works and works and works. And out of high school, he's 79, 81. Big body, young face. Worked for a year at Rockingham. Actually gray-shirted, the old-fashioned. Nobody knows about that. But then he did 1 year, so he's technically a redshirt or just a sophomore, I think, this year. But he's up 90, 91, high eights, and I think that's just a testament to investing in player development. That was a kid who had no business worrying about showcasing out of high school. And I think a lot of our guys need to stay in that mindset as they start their college careers. Like, don't worry about D1 necessarily right out the box. Some of you guys have D1 talent, but it's just going to take a couple years through development and just growth and just learning. You know, a lot of these guys need more competitive reps too. You know, you can be one of your best players at like a Hendersonville or a North or an East Henderson, but like if you haven't gone like Micah Simpson here, like 3 state championships, like there's a reason that, you know, he's having calls with D1s this week, you know. He's trying to figure out what he's looking for, knows how to play the game. I'm sure wherever he goes, he's going to perform. But I think the difference maker in some of these kids is playing for a competitive high school baseball team where you're going deep in the playoffs, meaningful reps. You know, we mentioned Carter. He was at Asheville. Asheville's another team that just seems year in, year out have very professional culture. And I'm not trying to knock a lot of these guys. You know, Wes Henderson's got great culture. North's got good culture. It's just some of these baseball or some of these neighborhoods just got a little bit more invested.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I like the East Rutherford model too because they were voted. Did you see that the other day? They were voted like the #2 small town baseball
I did see
team.
that on social media somewhere. They're #2 in the country for small town teams.
And that model's, I mean, there's money in that neighborhood too, but it might not be like a TC neighborhood, but they have that McNair Foundation down there with the Texans football family that, you know, they just pour money into that neighborhood.
2, Carson Wallace.
And I think that's kind of the model I'm trying to push up here is like we need just everybody to kind of put what they can into the model, you know. Like I don't think North Henderson ever wins state championship unless something like that happens. East Henderson, Brevard, Tuscola, you know. So we'll see. I'm patient. You know, so we'll see. But yeah, Anthony Payne, that's who you're talking with here, guys. If you're a 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th grader, even a college guy, you don't even necessarily have to be in North Carolina. Look up Nova Pitching Performance on Facebook, Instagram, X. Got a website?
No, not yet. No. Not yet. We're working on a website.
I don't even know nowadays if you need one. That's probably the one out of everything I do. That's probably the least visited.
Yeah,
you know,
everything's
social media.
That's where people reach me usually. Word of mouth.
That's my best seller too. So what was it? Brady's mom the other day, Nick's was over here. Like I don't even think she knew she was being recorded, but just bragging on us. I was like, hey, keep talking. So Carson Wallace, 1-1 count. All right, catch me up here, Hunter. What'd Caden do? Well, I appreciate you. All right, and then Micah. Did Micah walk too? So 2 walks.
The designated hitter, number 21.
And Carson
Luke Nesbitt.
just got the sack bunt. It was a 1-3. Okay, I'm caught up on my box score. Luke Nesbitt up now. One of the most dangerous number 7 hitters you'll see. Swenson's still working hard. You know, he had retired 7 in a row before the 2 walks there. Oh, big old Baltimore chop. Let's say White should have enough time, and he does, but that is an RBI ground out. And we are tied. So the walks coming back to haunt Swenson there. Brand new ball game though, 1-1. Any chance those Braves come back in the playoffs? I mean, it's just the National League just seems too tough this year. I think now the Orioles could. Hard ground ball down the first base side. Richie picks it up. He'll take it himself. And that is it. So 2 walks, a sack bunt, and an RBI ground out.
For Asheville,
tie the game up.
1 run, no
I'm going to go ahead and update the Twitter.
Perfect.
Oh, yeah, social media spot. So I'm on my Twitter right now, and I'm typing in RBI ground out by Luke the Lumberjack Nesbitt. Where is he? Where he at? Ties. ties the game 1-1 heading into top of 5. Watch live. Oh, I need an intern. So anybody out there in college that wants to get an internship credit, wants to intern with us, please holler. We need a social media guy. New pitcher, Brady Ray in. We'll get to him in just a minute. All right, so yeah, follow us on social media. If you're watching YouTube right now and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. X, we love X. I think that's the best. You heard me and Anthony Payne talking like, I don't even know if we need websites anymore. You don't need a profile page or anything like that. Just get an X account. Facebook, that's the neighborhood. Got to follow us on Facebook, parents. That tells you about our broadcast, just upcoming events. And then, of course, Instagram, whatever. Instagram's okay. But join the social media. Follow us on baseballu.org. And again, Patreon. Follow us on our Patreon. Join the Patreon. I haven't checked it yet to see how many of y'all have joined. I know it's probably just overflowing. We'll check in a minute. But 1-1 is where we stand right now.
Leading off, the second baseman.
It's going to be
Jacob White.
6, 7, 8 hitters here. Jacob White, Blake Rich, and Eli Roof. Again, only one hit for post 423, the Swain double. And the contrary for post 70, Colt Nelson had the only base hit in the first inning. So pitchers duel here in Hendersonville, here at West Henderson High School. Brady Ray in for the 5th. So Deegan Randall goes 4 innings, allows only one hit. It does give up 1 run, but is unearned. Struck out 5 batters in 4 innings. Allowed only. Deegan Randall walks nobody, so gotta love that if you're Coach White, Coach Cordy, Coach Beck up at Western.
Calculate the whip.
1 hit, so .25. .25 whip for Randall. Probably touched a 90 in there today. Never did get back behind the plate. Got an 89 on a couple pitches. I did radar. We'll check out Brady Ray here soon. Brady heading to Cleveland Community College. He was a pupil of Anthony Payne, who we were just speaking with. And Brady I actually had him on my radar as a position guy first. I thought he was a position guy. It was high 7s on the bump. Started doing pitching work with Coach Payne. Got up to 90 at state games last year. He's a probably high 8s guy right now. Missed all of 2025 with a hip surgery, his labrum in his hip. Had 1 pitching appearance at the very end of the season.
Number 13.
And he's going to be a good ad for Coach Grigg down at Cleveland. Cleveland's stacked as usual. They got some big dog high school guys coming in. And they also got a couple D1 bounce backs coming in as well. Here's Richie. He had an hour-long at bat his last time up.
He squared, I promise, guys.
So Richie had probably something like a 15-pitch AB his last at bat. Good kid. Works hard. Works a lot too. I forget where every time I called him last year, I always thought he was at work. Nice bunt. Shin's right there on it. So sack bunt by Richie. Eli Shin was on that like flies on honey. He was in on the grass and charging
The
immediately.
catcher, number 14. Eli.
Smart baseball by Coach Sneathen. He knows that this is probably going to be a pitcher's duel. We talk about these bats a lot, but we don't give enough credit to the Cardinal pitchers who've been just absolutely lights out for most of the season. Talented roster. Again, Brady Nix has been lights out. He was your Game 1 winner. I think Aiden Sumner started last night. Micah Simpson did an inning. Again, here's Brady. You already saw Deegan Randall. Tay Trantham can give you some innings. Colton Nelson can give you good innings. Jordan Brown can give you some innings. Carson Wallace can give you innings. Eli Shin threw the other night. Luke Nesbitt's another strong lefty. We don't talk enough about Jackson Pavone, very polished pitcher. So just pitchers for days, depth, pitchers for all situations. One out here. Roof doing the hitting. Oh, inside out swing here. Nice play by Nelson. Throws it over. So 3 or 4 putouts for Nelson today. Colt taking on a utility role here this summer. Was the primary shortstop for Tuscola the last 3 or 4 seasons under Coach Shepard. He's played third base, second base, outfield, and pitched. And has played some short, so 5 different positions this summer for Colt Nelson. Pass ball away, wild pitch away, error away. But number 9 hitter Huber struck out his first time up. So walk, sack, bunt, backside ground ball pushes White over to third base. So as long as Ray can stay in the zone here and Connor can block up, good chance to get out of this inning. Ray ahead 0-2. Didn't even get a chance for the radar. We'll have to go out there next inning. Goes to the heat, misses low. 1-2. And I can't get over these uniforms. These are definitely the old unis. What year do you think they printed these?
A while ago.
2007. That's my guess. Ray delivers. Oh. Bounder, foul. It's a good spot. Nice spoil by Huber. Huber was a late addition to this roster after losing a few people to the IL. Cobb, Costner, and who's the other one they missed? Milner. All off the roster from injury. Big miss. However, maybe go to your hook here. Go ahead and just get it. Throw your get me over curveball. Might go ahead and stun them. A lot of heat those last couple pitches. 3 or 4 fastballs in a row. Missed high. Go to your hook. Nope. Goes to the fastball. Gets them looking. So 1 walk, no damage other than that.
For Rutherford in the top of the 5th, no run.
Rutherford comes back up in the 6th. It will be the top. Here in the bottom of the 5th, it is Pavone. And back to the top and Brown and Colt 45 Nelson. Again, if you're watching, we're trying to have a bit of a Patriothon. Added a $1 membership. Good example. I want to, just kind of give you an example of how the revenue works. We got a friend of ours, Balsam Range. We talked about the mountain music you hear at the beginning of the show.
You have won $26.
Talking to their bassist the other day, Mr. Surratt. They have a Patreon. I want to say this is accurate, but Balsam Range has worked very hard to get a big following. They do a radio show, I think, once a week, and I want to say 45,000 maybe tune in for $1. So just think about a baseball university could get something like that, like 2,000 of us for $1, and that revenue can go towards prospect filmings, setting up workouts, showcases, helping players that don't have the funds to do it themselves. Do a lot of pro bono work each year. My whole theory is, we have our set prices, but I just don't say no. So if a kid wants to do it and they don't have the cash, we work something out. Never going to say no. Recruiting a Bison, usually about $3,500, $5,000, $10,000 is what these kids are spending on it. We don't charge that much. We try to keep it economical, and if we can get more sponsorship and crowdfunding, we'll continue to drop prices altogether.
Leading off for Asheville, left fielder
Swenson back out there for inning number 5. Swenson has worked 4 innings, 1 earned run, has allowed, his nemesis right now is the walk. So 4 walks for Swenson. He's only allowed the 1 hit. Good mix by the young man from Crest High School. Wants to be a chiropractor, and he's 100% in on college baseball. So if you're watching out there, college coaches, big fan of Jackson Swenson. Good athlete. Not in the starting lineup tonight as a hitter, but has been playing shortstop for Coach Sneathen. Good spot there, 1-2 count. Pavone shakes his head, but at the same time, if you're a pitcher, you want that call. So Pavone going to be in 2-strike mode here. Ooh, where's it? Or did he? What happened there? Did that hit him? I thought it hit him. Give me a replay there. What are we looking at? Maybe it was behind him and it hit the catcher's mitt. Let's see. 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss. So Swenson picks up his third K.
Center fielder number 4.
Yep, went behind him.
Jordan
Okay, so
Brown.
nice setup pitch by Swenson there. So Brown 0 for 2, grounded out to the second baseman his last time up. Nice to have a ball game here after 2 10-run rules. Again, Hunter gave you the run differential earlier in the game, 53-8. Again, there is talent on these teams that post 70 has been running through. It's just a depth thing, you know, and the top talent on post 70 outweighs a lot of the top talent on these other posts that do have good depth. When post 70 has just been very fortunate this year. We're hoping this sets a precedent for the talent that we can bring into post 70 year after year. And we want to see post 82, post 100, post 423, all the other posts continue to improve as well. Want high school coaches to reach out to these posts and see what they can do to support it. So full count here. Again, Swenson delivers. Oh, that ball is a no-doubter ball 4. So 5th walk for Swenson.
Second baseman number 10.
Say the biggest thing with Swenson is just trying to fill it up, because when he's in the zone, they haven't been able to hit him. Just the one hit. And that one hit belongs to this young man, Colt Nelson. Nelson had a rocket for a base hit with 1 out in the first, was stranded. So Brown with a pretty good lead off of first base. Stays put. Strike on the outside. Wouldn't be a bad time to put the runners in motion here. Get something going here with the limited base runners. Nice pick there by Swenson. Back in safely is Brown. Bottom 5, 1-1. There goes Brown. Oh, and that is going to be a double play. So thought with the runners in motion there that line drive might have found its way out into the green. However, it found its way right into the leather of Jacob White. Jordan Brown was way out in no man's land as he was off on the pitch. So a line drive double play. That was what, 4-3. Whoa, 1-1 heading into the top of the 6th. Again, join the Patreon if you haven't yet. If you're listening, just log on, www.patreon.com/BBUniversityWNC. I think Hunter's got it up on the screen there for you. Join the $1 membership, the $5 membership, the $10 membership. Every little bit counts. It's a monthly membership. There are perks. Go ahead and read the memberships. We might try to fine-tune a little bit as we grow it. But the goal there, again, is to see crowdfunding come to Western North Carolina. Everybody give a little bit. Help us fuel Baseball University. Keep creating the opportunities that we are. I think Hunter is logged on to the Patreon. Let's see if anybody's joined. I guess I
don't know if I can see that because I'm not logged in.
Yeah, you're not logged in. Okay, you might.
I'm on my version.
All right. I don't
yeah,
know.
check out the Throw a Buck in for West North Carolina baseball.
If you don't throw in your Bucko 5, who will? That's a movie quote, but I'm not going to tell you which one. Let's see here. We might have a couple people joining. It's hard to tell because I'm not logged in either. Let's see if I can log in real quick. All right, so here in the top of the 6, it's going to be the top of the lineup, Braden Pinkerton. Oh, they sent an email code to my email, which I cannot access on the phone. I don't want to go through all that. All right, so top of the 6 here, Pinkerton has grounded out to Carson Wallace twice today. Again, only one hit between the two teams. Brady Ray blows one by him there. Hunter, I'm going to hand it off to you. We're going to see what Brady's throwing.
Pinkerton to lead off. Grounded out 6-3, both times up.
Yeah.
Swings through hard, strike 2. One, 2 to Brandon Pinkerton. Calls time and gets reset here. Squares it straight up the middle and
Fastball up to 85 for Ray, so it's promising.
Get better handwriting.
Oh, my handwriting's awful. Should have been a doctor.
We need some type of display thing that I can see names and numbers and.
Yep. So that's a base hit. That was a tough play.
Yeah,
so second hit of the game for Rutherford. Chase Powell goes down to talk with the third base coach before this AB. Could be another sack bunt situation. Trying to play small ball, efficient baseball. Powell, again, a Yeti for Cleveland. Pulls back the bunt there. Nice block up by Evan Connor. Again, he's been a wall back there. Evan has made great gains since his sophomore year at Tuscola. Really had a coming out party his junior year at this field versus Truett Manuel, hitting 2 dingers in the playoffs. Here's the bunt. That ball is foul, so 1-1 delivery. And Eli Shin way up on the grass, anticipating the bunt. I think we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, every series in the Area 4 is 2-0. Post 82 up 2-0 on
The Gaston
Braves. Post 100 up 2-0 on Gastonia? Hickory. And Rutherford down 2-0 to Asheville, and Gastonia up 2-0 on or no, Caldwell up 2-0 on Gastonia.
That's a 5v4.
Okay. So that's the post 70 plays the winner. So it looks like it's going to be Caldwell if it stays. We hit the lights up there. Did that ball come back down? Yeah, somewhere down the right field line. Coach Korn in the house, probably not happy about that. So 1-2 here. So bunt now the question. Pinkerton could be a threat to steal here. Maybe Ray comes with the off speed. Pinkerton. Ooh, bang, bang. Caden Davidson over there at first base. Jordan Brown shading way over into right center field. I guess they're banking on these batters struggling at the velo a little bit, but Pavone in left field, probably even with second and first base. But again, Jordan Brown shying way over towards right center field. 1-2 delivery coming again here from Ray. This is down and away. I think if you're Ray here, you don't have to go for the strikeout. Last inning, he got 2 ground outs and a K, so his stuff's obviously playing to the ground ball. Pinkerton, his hit's on the ground. Let your stuff play in the bottom of the zone. See if you got that double play. Pop up, sneaks out. Oh, fans could have made a play on that. Again, round 2 will be beginning on Friday. If Asheville wins this series, which it's looking like they have a good shot at, they will host game 1. We learned it is a back and forth. Swing and a miss. So home game, away game, all the way through the series.
Some other series aren't doing that, which is interesting.
Jake Ellenberg.
Some have been doing 2-2 or
Gastonia's doing 1-2-1-1.
Huh.
I don't know, scheduling conflict or something, but they're playing game 3 tonight, Sims Legion Park, just off of I-85.
Anybody down that way? Charlotte, Gaston, see rain? Or the rain not come up that far? So I just didn't know if fields are playable today. Probably. Ellenberg, quick timeout. Come talk to Coach Sneven here. So Ellenberg 0 for 2, struck out in the 4th inning, flew out hard, hit the ball well his first AB, but flew out to Pavone out and left. Ellenberg, part of that Gardner Webb program. They have a development team there under Coach Chester. Big South, right? Gardner Webb in the Big South.
Big South.
Struggled a little bit. I think they were last place last year.
This year?
There's a big split. Like the bottom 4 or 5 struggled. The top 4 or 5 did pretty well. I want to say Winthrop is where they started dialing it in a little bit. Here's a throw down. Ooh. So he just got a good jump there. Pinkerton did. So steals second base. Ellenberg now in a 1-2 count.
Yeah, 1-2.
Talked to High Point the other day. They're starting a development team too, so it's interesting to see just the development of the high school game right now. Oh, that ball is through the 5-5 hole. Say Pinkerton had to wait to advance to see if that ball got through. Base hit, didn't hit the glove, had moved him to the hole. I'm going to put single down. So got a little bit of barrel on it. 5-5. Shin moved to his left. It was under the glove, but he was in movement. Shin, a versatile player, has played second base, has played some outfield. We're going to watch this play here. Playable.
There.
Say, I don't know. Say playable ball. Glove stayed up. Ball went under the glove.
Ground up.
Moved him a little bit to the left. Let's see it one more time. Yeah, I think Hunter's right. We're going to take that hit away. It'll be an E5. So that moves Pinkerton up Long mound visit here with Coach Decker, Ryan Decker, in the infield. Probably putting a plan together here for the first and third situation. Pinkerton on third, Ellenberg on first.
The left fielder, number 8, Landon Whitley.
Good chance for Whitley here to change the dynamic of this baseball game with a base hit, or doesn't even need the base hit here. He needs to elevate something and get something to the outfield here. Give Pinkerton a chance to score in the sac fly. Double play depth in the middle. Shin up on the grass at third. Davidson holding the runner to keep that double play in the cards. Ray gets ahead 0-1. A lot of walking. Going down to get that pitch, walking back. Just stay up on that bump. Let Evan Connor throw it right back to you. Save your steps. Ray always working primarily from the stretch. I feel like more pitchers need to do that to simplify things, especially if you got a lot of moving parts. Ellenberg, good lead. Stays put. Swing and a drive. That ball is hooking. Foul. Ooh, inches away from changing the dynamic of that baseball game. 2 strikes now. So Whitley got the hands in, but just hooked it too much. Whitley, average speed. A routine ground ball could be a double play here. Whitley up on the plate. Hands low. Ellenberg's starting to go. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Ray did everything right there. Looked the runner back. Tried to get the throw to second base. Sailed a little wide. Hits off the glove of Nelson. My question there is, you put that E on Nelson or you put that E on Ray? Wasn't the worst throw. Wasn't the best throw. We're going to find out here. So, unearned run. So both runs unearned today. This is high there. That was the foul ball. Try to look at the replay here. Okay, so here we go. Runner goes. Ray looks him back, throws. What do you blame that on?
E4.
E4. Yep, so E4 allows the run to come in. 2-1. Rutherford with the lead. It scores Pinkerton. Pinkerton reached on a single here. So Rutherford able to stay in this game behind a good pitching outing by Jackson Swenson. Scraping their runs together is an RBI double by Swain in the second. Scored Whitley, who reached on the E6. It's the E4 here as Ellenberg does the picked off steal play, trying to start the rundown. So 2 errors in the inning, helping generate a run. And there's still only 1 out here. 1 runner in scoring position. Whitley's still up there. There's a miss, so 2-2 count. Swing and a miss goes to the slider. Big pitch there by Ray. Got to get 1 more now in swing to keep this a 1-run game.
Number 25.
Ellenberg out there at second, trying to score in a single.
Come on, Brady. Brady, number 5.
So Swain finds himself in a similar position as he did in the second inning, where the runner reached via the error, and then he came through with the double in that second inning, trying to do something similar here in the sixth. So 1-1. This is low, 2-1. Leadoff single by Pinkerton. Is able to move up on the stolen base. Reaches, Jacob Ellenberg reaches on the E5. That moved Pinkerton over. Then the E4 on the pick play allows Pinkerton to score. So again, top six, Rutherford up 2-1. 2-1 count here. Ray against Swain. Delivers. Swing. Lift one up in the left center field. Jackson Pavone. Two hands. Makes the catch.
For Rutherford,
so 2-1.
2 hits in the top of the sixth.
We'll see if the bats can wake up here for post 70. Again, only the 1 hit in the first inning. And what do we got here? Coupon spot for Camwood. So Camwood Perpetual partnership with them. Again, the coupon code BBUWNC. BB University WNC. 10% off all your purchases on trainers, game bats, tutorials. They got a lot going on that website. And again, if you use that BB University WNC code, you get 10% off. We used it all through the high school broadcast series, using it here through Legion. A lot of y'all are playing summer wood bat. Got fall wood bat league coming up. Be a good time for you to get on www.camwoodbats.com, put an order in. Make sure to use that coupon code. Bottom six, it's going to be Evan Connor, Caden Davidson, and Micah Simpson. 3, 4, 5. No better time than now to try to wake these bats up. Jackson Swenson heading back out for his 6th inning. Swenson's given up the 1 earned run on 1 hit. 5 walks. That's the nemesis for Swenson. So interested to see what his pitch count might be. Arm's still pretty fresh. Did not get a lot of varsity innings as he was recovering from a broken hand. No structural damage to the arm. A lot of bullets left in there.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th for Asheville, the catcher.
He stepped up to the challenge this evening, keeping Rutherford in this game, and has a lead to work with, 2-1. Trying to keep Rutherford post 423, their season alive. Ball out. Again, any college coaches tuning in tonight, I think your pitcher right here is the one to really zone in on. Your 26th grad, uncommitted. Wants to study chiropractor work. So I guess that's exercise science, kinesiology, maybe pre-med bio. Good student, 4.0. Runs well, 2-way player, shortstop. 3-0.
Base runners.
Again, 2 walks in the first, 2 walks in the fourth, 1 walk in the fifth. Had 1, 2, 3 innings in the second and the third. Retired 7 in a row at one point. Unconventional 1, 2, 3 in the fifth. After that leadoff walk. Had a strikeout, then the walk, and then the line into a double play. Leadoff walk for Connor here. So Connor 0 for 1 with 2 walks now.
First baseman, number 20, Caden Davidson.
Evan going to run for himself, it looks like. So he's a good base runner, good speed. Stole a couple bases on Saturday. Caden Davidson up 0 for 1, K and a walk. There's that slow breaking ball that Davison swung through for strike 3 in the first inning. Davison been known to hunt fastballs and adjust. Another pitching mound visit here. Probably just going to try to make sure Swenson's got his plan together and not going to miss up in the zone to Davidson here. Plenty of bat speed to hold those hands back and adjust on a floating curveball. Swenson throws 4 pitches. It's curveball, slider, changeup to go along with the fastball. Fastball's been about 81, 82 tonight. Been up to 84 in the past. Arm strength is there. Wiry athlete. Say 3 coaches speaking with Caden there, both Deckers and Coach Raby. So we'll see if they got the words of wisdom. Using a different bat in this AB. Been swinging that yellow log earlier. Now up there with an orange bat. I don't know much about the metal bats nowadays. When I was in high school, I think that was 2001 was when I graduated, but they were at -3s, just being implemented at that point. I think it was like the first year was my senior year. Then I swung that in college, and then you had the wood bats. There's a hard hit, and that is off the glove of White, so thought we might have had another line into a double play there. But second hit of the game for the Cardinals. Now first and second situation for King Clutch.
Number 15, Micah Simpson.
So Micah Simpson, we like to call him King Clutch. There's never been a situation that has rattled his nerves. He could be in the middle of a Game 7 in Yankee Stadium, and he'd be up there breathing as easy as if he's sitting in a hammock on a summer day. So I'm sure he's got a plan up there right now. Third time seeing Swenson, has walked both times. So the plan is probably patience, looking for your pitch, ready to jump on that fastball when you find it. This is up. So Swenson finding himself in a bit of trouble here. This is a tough situation here. 2-0 to one of the best hitters in the state. King Clutch. See what he goes with. Oh, line drive. Oh, does he trap it? What's the call? He says. What's the call here? So are they saying he trapped it? So Coach Lindsay kind of wondering what the call is here too. So we're going to look at the replay. Off the end of the bat, line drive. Looked like Powell may have trapped it.
Number 2, Carson Wallace.
They're going to say he caught it and threw it back to first in time to get him out. And Davison was off the bag either way there. So I'm guessing that goes into the books as a line out 6-3 on the double play, though. So Davidson eliminated. Connor still out there at second. Just like that, 2 outs. So nice play by Powell. Runner goes. They're going to bounce it. That ball goes past third base. So Connor making things happen with his legs. He is going to scamper in to tie this game. So steals second base. E2 on the throw allows Connor to come all the way around. Honestly, a good throw. I think had him dead in the water there. So making things happen, forcing Rutherford to make a play. Late jump. He was dead in the water on a good throw, but that's just the way the baseball gods have it here. Good athlete, pops right up to his feet, scampers home. So tie ball game here. Nobody on. Carson Wallace has 3 home runs on the season. That includes 1 in the postseason. So 1-3 on the put out there, and we have ourselves a tie ball game once again.
1 hit and 1 Rutherford error.
Part of the work I do here at Baseball University is recruiting and advising. It's a very difficult process. A lot of families have no clue how to go about it. My 26 class, we're going to limit it to 30 players in the recruiting advising program. I think we're at 22. Still looking to fill a few more spots. 27 class is open as well. I'll guide you all the way through the process at a very fair price. Your go-to for any questions that you have. Do a great job connecting you with the right coaches, helping you get answers quickly. So again, if you're a 26 grad, reach out to me, especially if we've worked together already through some filming. I like to vet the players, know your academics, your skill set before bringing you on. But again, the recruiting advising program is perpetual, and you can join that at any time. Again, probably a slight vetting process. If you have questions, reach out to me at 828-458-1794. You can go on the website to learn more as well. Doing an update here on the old website here. Here we go. All right, so what are we going to say here? Tie ball game. Evan Connor. How are we going to say this? Evan Connor steals third.
Now pitching for Asheville, number 4, Jordan Brown.
Comes home on a wild throw. Post 70 and post 423 tied 2-2 in the top of the 7th. Watch it live, folks. All right. It's going to be Jacob White, Blake Ritchie, and Eli Roof here in the 7th. New arm in here for post 70. This is Jordan Brown. So first time we've seen Jordan pitch. He may have pitched a couple innings this year. The final line for Ray. Ray goes 2 innings. Gives up the 1 run, is unearned.
Leading off for
Allowed
Rutherford, number 4,
1
Jacob
hit
White.
and a walk. And struck out 3. So good line. 1 hit, 1 walk, 3 Ks, 1 run, 0 earned. And now Jordan Brown out here for the 7th inning. Jordan, very good athlete, committed to Anderson College. Throws the ball pretty hard, got some zip on it. We might run out there and get a radar on him. Elimination game for Rutherford. They must win. Best of 5 series. Post 70 up 2-0. Nice slider there from Brown. 0-2 count quickly here on White. White 0 for 1, a K and a walk. Jordan Brown's 0-2 delivery. Swing and an excuse me swing by White. Foul ball. Say White had a leadoff walk in the 5th inning, was bunted over by Ritchie. But a ground ball and a K ended that threat. Rutherford pulled ahead 2-1 in the top of the 6th of the E4. Swing. There's a drive. Goes down and gets it. Pavone makes a nice running play out there. So nice swing by White. Goes down and gets one. Sends it to the gap. Pavone makes an excellent bit of glove work out there. Braves playing tonight? Anything going on in the MLB side?
First baseman, number 13.
I know the Orioles are off. Say Cal Raleigh was announced he was going to be in that home run derby, and Cal Raleigh was a Legion baseball player himself, played for the Waynesville Post in high school when they had a team. I want to say it was Post 42 back in the day. I mean, I believe they still have a Post, just no baseball team. Misses up here, 1-1. Orioles back at home tomorrow versus the Mets. Might be able to help you out a little bit there.
No, you won't. You got your 3 against NL East.
Nice spot there by Brown. It's like the Tigers are beating the Rays 5-1 in the 9th. Red Sox up 5-1 on the Rockies. No shocker there. Blue Jays keep winning. They're up 3-1 on the White Sox. Pop fly foul by Blake here. Dodgers down 5-0. Royals up 4-2 in the 4th on the Pirates. No score. Guardians Astros. Reds up 1-0. Saw Kyle Stowers was named an All-Star, making that trade burn a little bit more for the Orioles last year. Tigers and Angels play tonight at 9:30 Eastern Time. Same with the D-backs and the Padres. That's it for this evening. And Phillies Giants, sorry. 1-2 count coming. Jordan Brown. A little bit of a delay on the balance point there. Maybe trying to get a little bit more behind it, but sends it into the backstop. Just a bit high. Richie 0 for 1 after having the sack bunt in the 5th. Backside hits it real hard on a hop to Wallace. Plenty of time. Throws it across for the 6-3 putout. So 3 putouts on the evening for Wallace. He did have an E6 in the 2nd.
The catcher, number 14, Eli Roof.
Roof grounded out to Colt Nelson twice this evening at second base. Looks like there's a couple position changes out there. Nesbitt over at first base, Caden Davidson at third, Tay Trantham at second now. Wallace still at short. Maybe Colt Nelson out in left field now. So I guess it was Pavone or Nelson that made that play. Go check. Maybe, or Pavone's in center now. Sorry, Nelson in left, Pavone in center with Brown coming in, and Micah Simpson still out there in right field. 3-0 count quickly here on the Roof.
You got it.
If you're Brown here, I think you just go ahead and put it right down the chute for your next 2 pitches here and just see what Roof can do with it. Don't want to give Rutherford any base runners. Rutherford has gotten base runners. They've been pretty wise and conservative with them, and we'll see how they treat this base runner as Roof heads down to first base with a walk. So 2 outs and a fly ball out, ground ball out, and a walk here for Brown in the 7th. Only the 2nd walk of the evening given up by the Cardinal pitchers. This is Huber, strikeout victim twice, looking 3rd in the 5th inning. Fastball outside. 1-0. So good baseball game here. First one that we've done in this series that hasn't been 5 innings. If you're tuned in there and you haven't done a super chat or joined the Patreon yet, now is your chance as we find ourselves in the top of the 7th. Again, still got to maybe get a little bit more happening on the marketing side. Baseball University does. Decent viewership this evening, but nice block up by Evan Connor there, not allow the runner Roof to advance. Say Jordan Brown here in a 2-1 count after walking Roof on 4 straight. Maybe have the take sign here. Say, hey, get back in that zone. 3-1. Again, talking to Coach Decker in the pregame or before the game, the furthest he's ever taken this team in all the years he's done it is 3rd round. They were 2nd round last year. 1929, Asheville won the State Legion Championship. So I think that's the only time Asheville's won states.
Come on, get him right here, Jordan.
A lot of good former Major League Baseball players, Legion baseball players. Again, Cal Raleigh played Legion his senior year. All four, so back-to-back walks here. Jordan Brown is going to have to find the strike zone here as he gets to the top of the lineup. Braden Pinkerton up. Braden hit a single, scored a run in the 6th inning. Brian Decker walking out past the foul line to talk to his pitcher, bringing in the whole infield with him. So the bats have gone a little silent tonight for your Cardinals. Some nice defensive plays by Rutherford. Good pitching by Jackson Swenson's kept them in this game. I don't know if Swenson comes out for the 7th inning, what his pitch count is, but really good effort. So any college coaches looking in tonight, we like Swenson. Say the recruiting process is going to be a tough one this year. I can already see it. I think a lot of it is on our players to be more open. You know, kids need to get excited about Division III opportunities, junior college baseball, D2, Division I, NAIA baseball, all changing their dynamic with these transfer portals. Swings at the first pitch, off speed, stayed up. Pinkerton jumped on it, fouls it back behind the press box. Davidson way back there at third base. So Brown, a good athlete. Could be able to bounce off the mound here if Pinkerton did decide to put a bunt down. Nesbitt's not going to cover the runner, playing behind him at first. Trantham trying to keep Roof close at second.
You got him, 4. You got him.
Couple minutes away from 9 o'clock. 2 hours into this ball game. Good take there by Pinkerton. So they missed just above the zone there. Cardinal faithful didn't like it, but it was a good call by the umpire. 75 degrees as we hit the 9 o'clock hour. So the rain's going to hold off. Might find us a little bit tomorrow. Again, we appreciate all the viewership. If you aren't following the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe. Nice block by Connor. He's going to have him locked up in the middle here to Trantham. Quick throw. Nice snap tag by Davidson. He is out at third base. So great play all around by every player involved. Evan Connor with the block work. Whips it down to Trantham. Fast transition throw. Caden Davison picked it over at third, puts the tag on. Rough.
1 left on base.
And so the official play on that is going to be a 2 to 4 to 5 pickoff. Caught stealing, I guess. Excellent defensive play. Great glove work. It's 2-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Luke Nesbitt, I think we have a pinch hitter for Shin. It may be Trantham in for Shin and Pavone. So 7, 8, 9, looking for some walk-off heroics here. Looking at the replay here. Just a nice play overall. Nice pick by Davidson at third. Runner tried to get around the tag. But really starts with Connor there. Keeps that ball in front of him. Roof just finds himself in no man's land. Knew he was dead in the water. Connor fires down to second without hesitation. Runner Roof tries to break the third. Not an easy throw with the runner in the baseline by Trantham. Good pick by Davidson. So excellent defensive work all around. Luke Nesbitt leading off here in the bottom of the seventh. 0 for 2 did have the RBI ground out that put the first run on the board for the Cardinals in the fourth. It is going to be Tay Trantham batting for Eli Shin in the 8th spot. And we'll see who comes up in Jackson Pavone's spot in the 9-hole. Swenson back out there. So going to go the distance. A lot of it might be depth as well. With 2 10-run ball games defeats in a row, that bullpen might be taxed. No easy task for Jackson Swenson here as he's on the 3rd time through the lineup on these guys. If they get to the top here with Brown, it'll be the 4th at bat.
Number 21, Luke Nesbitt.
So Luke Nesbitt here to lead off. Big, strong left-handed swinger. See the definition in the high socks. Wears those socks high. A lot of strength in this young man. Takes ball 2 out here. Again, Swenson has worked 6 innings, 2 runs earned. Or excuse me, 1 run. One of those runs earned. Oh, hits him here. So hit by pitch to start the 7th. So the winning run is on. We'll see if Coach Decker wants to do a pinch runner here. Luke does not run poorly, but they're going to go to Hayes Hillier. That's a wise decision. Hayes, a gamer, gritty, fast. So Hillier in for Nesbitt. So again, Swenson able to dance around the free passes tonight. He's walked 4. How many has he walked? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walks and a hit batter in this game. So lucky to only have the 2 runs, the 1 earned. Trantham up. We'll see if he's got a bunt on. Trantham, a good baseball player. He's played the middle, shortstop, second base, third base, outfield. Very versatile. Part of the Asheville high school baseball program, one of the only 26s on the team. Him and Grant Buchanan. He was ready. Look at him. Jumping, sprinting, stretching. So we'll see what we got here. See if there's any funny business going on here. Trantham may have a bunt sign. We'll see.
And now batting for the first time for Asheville tonight, number 3, Tay Trantham.
So 1-0. Take sign until you got a strike.
Yes.
I'll say, don't say it, but no problems with the cameras tonight. Didn't have to get up and run around at all, except for that one time in the pregame. 2-0 here. Again, my guess is take sign is on until Swenson gets into the zone. Nobody down in that bullpen for Rutherford, so they're going to live and die on Swenson's arm here. This is way up there. Swenson might just be tired too, arms dragging. It's usually a telltale sign when your stamina's down as the ball starts to go up in the zone. So 3-0. Jackson Swenson gave Rutherford everything that he's got. Kept them in the game better than any pitcher has this year, regular season included. Came into the game with a 53-8 run differential, 55-10 after today. We'll see where it stands when all's said and done. So final line for Swenson. 6 innings pitched. 7 walks. 1 hit batter. Allows only the 2 hits. Strikes out 1, 2, 3 Ks. So 6 innings, 2 runs, 1 earned, 2 hits, 7 walks, 3 Ks. Responsible for the for Luke Nesbitt at first base. Hillier. Nesbitt hit batter. So that's the 1 runner there Swenson's responsible for. New arm here, looks like number 12. Is that Huber? Yep, so Hunter Huber, we saw him in game 1. He got hit pretty hard. We'll see if he can keep 423 in the game here. Again, what we saw from Huber on Saturday, gets those shoulders squared pretty good on the finish. Trantham going to have a 3-0 count here. Again, last chance to join that Patreon. I haven't really checked it. We were hoping to see if we can get up to about $200 of revenue. It's $45 a month heading into the game today. So for anybody that joined today, we appreciate it. Again, www.patreon.com/BBUniversityWNC. Your contributions help. I think that's the beauty of Western North Carolina is community-driven, small towns. People got to give what they can. We're trying to do it a different way. I used to work in the big industry showcase back in the 2000s. I know what it looks like on that side. I was just down at the Whirlwood Bat on Saturday last week. We're trying to do it a different way, and it's only going to work if we get the back end of the community. There's a nice pitch there by Huber, 3-1 now. So it turned into an excellent ball game tonight. 2-2 pitchers duel. Trantham green lights it there. 3-1 swing, fouls it off. Full count now. Any businesses out there listening, we're looking for a round 2 sponsor. Did not find any round 1 sponsors. We'll start looking before Friday's game, see if we can get a sponsor in place so we can continue the coverage. Bounces it here, ball 4. So 2 walks in the inning now. Jackson Pavone coming to the plate. Jackson, an excellent bunter.
Now batting for Asheville.
You got to wonder if Coach Decker is going to give him the bunt signal here. Jackson, no stranger to the bunt, the sack bunt and the bunt base hit. No real need for the base hit bunt here. So if he gives himself up, it'll probably be a clean square. Richie in at first. And Swenson in at third. So if you're going to bunt it here, bunt it towards Swenson. Challenge his arm coming out, 100-some pitches there. Again, great game. Just started to lose a little bit there. Pitch count got up. Runner on second belongs to him. Ooh, did they? Yes, they did. So everybody got a little too comfortable there. Hillier with the big lead. Huber spins, picks him off of second base. 1-4 on the pickoff there. So now it's just Trantham over at first base after the walk. Bunt might be off now. Swinging, takes ball. So Pavone changing his game plan. He was ready to give himself up on the bunt there. But the pinch runner Hillier got a little too excited. Huber spun, throws the pick to second. No question, he is out. So 2-2 is what it remains. Runner on first. 3-0 count now on Pavone. Now the question you got to ask yourself here is if Pavone gets on with the base on balls here, do you have Jordan Brown bunt or swing away after that mess? Rio. This is in, so ball 4. So 3 free passes to start this inning. The pickoff, you're 1 out. Jordan Brown up now, third time. Fly out, ground out, a walk. This will be his 4th AB here. Coach Ravy calling Jordan Brown over. Make sure he's got a plan together. Richie and Swenson to the bump. Probably just seeing what's the bunt defense if he does square. Jordan Brown has excellent speed. Definitely not an easy out if he puts the sack bunt down. Say Trantham with good speed out there at second. Pavone, his run does not matter, but good speed nonetheless. Maybe he'll break up a double play or something. Brown here, 4th AB. Takes the ball here, dirt ball read, and both runners are going to advance. Excellent job by Trantham there to read the dirt ball. It's a wild pitch.
Put him on.
Now the question is, does Sneathan go ahead and just put Brown on for the forced play? So infield in. Are they going to pitch to him? I would walk him here. Load the bases. Try to get the force out at all bases. Not that it gets any easier down this lineup. So 2-0 here.
Definitely put him on now. Definitely.
Say you don't. Now you're 2-0. It's like, do you really want to work all the way back with a base open? So, I mean, if you're going to pitch to him here, you don't want to give in, but that means you're also probably spinning things. That's a dirt ball. That's a wild pitch. I mean, you don't want that run to come in off of that. So, again, I'm with you, Hunter. I would 100% intentional walk. Foul ball. So, 2-1 count. They're still going about this like they want to go after Brown. They've retired him twice. He did have the walk in the 5th. But a fly ball gets it done here too. So Rutherford walking on eggshells here. Hop fly back behind us. Up into the big trees. 2-2. So Huber got to make a big pitch here. Strikeout would be absolutely huge. Again, Colt Nelson on deck. Colt 1 for 3. Also has a rocket of a line drive double play. So he's hit the ball hard twice tonight. Ball, nice block up there by Roof. Again, can't let that ball get past you. Tay Trantham, plenty of speed to scamper in on a wild pitch. Ball doesn't even necessarily have to get that far away from home plate for him to score. Full count. Does not have to give in to him here with that first base bag open. Timeout called. Say, first time I've seen these uniforms tonight. I wonder if he wears them again after tonight. Every time they wear the pinstripes, they seem to win by 10. Swinging a drive. That ball's down the left field line. That ball is down, and that is your ball game. Asheville post 70 is heading to the second round of the playoffs. Ball game. So that is Tay Trantham coming in to score the winning run. Excellent ball game by Rutherford post 423, especially after game 1 and game 2 being blowouts. Jackson Swenson takes the ball, goes 6+ strong. Just can't hold back that offensive juggernaut that is post 70.
The game tonight, 3-2.
Ugly game to get to that 2-2. Some unearned runs. Not the prettiest game. Not a bunch of hits in the game. 6 total hits, I believe, in this game tonight. But that's your ball game. So they're lining up, shaking hands as the end of the season for post 423. Again, congratulations to them on the playoff berth. Number 8 seed goes down in 3 games in the best of 5. Asheville going to be playing the winner of Gaston and Caldwell. Looking like Caldwell, 2-0 up 2-0 in that series. Box line tonight, a couple interesting ones. Again, Braden Pinkerton, 1 for 3, scores the run, has a stolen base. Chase Powell 0 for 3. Jacob Ellenberg 0 for 3, reached on an error. Landon Whitley 0 for 3, reached on an error, stolen base, scored a run. Swain 1 for 3 with the RBI double. Jacob White 0 for 2 with a walk. Blake Ritchie 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. Eli Roof 0 for 2 with a walk and a stolen base. Huber 0 for 2 with a walk. Deegan Randall, 4 innings pitched, 1 run, 1 hit, 5 Ks. Brady Ray, 2 innings pitched, 1 run, 1 hit, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 0 earned runs. Winning pitcher tonight is Jordan Brown. So Jordan Brown worked a scoreless 7th. Had 2 walks, no Ks, but he's your winning pitcher tonight.
Congratulations to Rutherford County, ending
at the plate. Jordan Brown, game-winning RBI, 1 for 3 with the RBI single. Colt Nelson, 1 for 3. Evan Connor was 0 for 1 with 2 walks, a stolen base, and a run scored. Caden Davidson was 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. Micah Simpson, 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Carson Wallace, 0 for 2 with a sac bunt. Luke Nesbitt, 0 for 2 with an RBI ground out and a hit batter. Eli Shin, 0 for 2. Pinch hitter Tay Trantham walk, scores the winning run. And Jackson Pavone, 0 for 2 with a walk. That's it tonight. No post-game sponsors, really, so we don't have to really stick around. I guess let's call it a night. Again, Patreon. Join it. If you enjoyed what you're watching, go to www.patreon.com/BB University Again, we appreciate you. No sponsors tonight. We're trying to push the crowdfunding, so you can join at any time. Again, patreon.com/BB University Congratulations to Post 70. Again, returning to the second round. That's where it ended last year for them, was round 2. Furthest that they have gotten in recollection is round 3, and I think the last time they won states was 1929, so we'll see if we can go on a run this year. We'll hopefully be back Friday. Look for business sponsors. If you know anybody out there, join us. Signing off.
Baseball University of the Blue Ridge, thank you for tuning in to the American Legion streaming series presented by our Patreon from Mills River, North Carolina, on the campus of West Henderson High School. This has been coverage of Game 3 of the North Carolina American Legion Area 4 baseball quarterfinals, where top-seeded Asheville Post 70 walks off 8th-seeded Rutherford County Post 423 by a score of 3-2 to advance to the semifinals beginning on Friday right here at West Henderson. For Ryan Cook, I'm Hunter Street, wishing you a good night.